Hello everyone, welcome back to Coders Project. In today's video, we're going to be solving the square root problem on LeetCode. It's classified as easy, but there's a lot to learn from it. We're going to be breaking this down step by step, and I'll first help you understand the problem. Then we're going to come up with a solution, and finally we're going to write the code together. I'll also explain you the time and space complexity, so you'll walk away with a deep understanding of the problem. Let's dive in. We are given a non-negative integer x, and we need to return the square root of the rounded down integer. The result should also be non-negative. The one major restriction is we're not allowed to use any built-in functions like math.square root or power in Python, so there are no shortcuts. For this example, if the input is input x is equal to 4, the square root is exactly 2, so we return 2. But if the input is not a perfect square root, and if it's like 8, the square root approximately is 2.82. Since we need to round it down to the nearest integer, we return 2. Got it? Great. Now what we're going to do is we're going to think about how we can solve this problem. So the first thing what we need to do is we need to compute the square root without using the built-in functions. So let's break it down. So the square root of a number x always lies between the number 0 and the number x itself. So for example, let's say square root of 4 is 2. It's going to lie between the range of 0 to our number x, which is 4. Instead of guessing the number randomly, we can use binary search to find the square root effectively. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with a two-pointer approach and keep our left pointer at 1 and right pointer at x. In each step, we're going to calculate the middle value, and then we're going to check if the mid times mid equals x. If it does, we have found the square root. If not, we just adjust our search range, and then we keep going until we find our square root. Pretty simple. Let's get into it now. So we're given an x as an integer, and we are supposed to return an integer. So what we're first going to do is we're going to handle the edge case. So if x is 0, we just return 0. All right. Now what we need to do is we need to initialize our binary search boundaries, the left and right boundaries. I'm going to set left to 1 and right to our number x. So now that we have set up our boundaries, the square root will always lie between number 1 and x. So we initialize left to 1 and right to x. Now what we're going to do is we're going to get into a binary search algorithm. So while left is lesser than or equal to right, we calculate a mid. Mid is equal to left plus right by 2. And then we can create a variable called a square, which is going to keep track of our mid times mid. So we calculate the middle value over here, and then we are calculating the square value, which is mid times mid. This is a key step in checking if we have found the square root or not. Now we need to check if we have found the answer or not. If mid times mid, which is a square, if it is equal to x, then we have found the exact square root, so we can just return mid. So if our square is equal to x, just return mid. And if this is not the case, then we have to adjust our search range now. If the square is lesser than x, it means our square root is larger than our mid, so which means we'll have to search the right half of our numbers range. So we move our left boundary by 1 towards our right, so it's mid plus 1. So LF square is lesser than x, we move our left by 1 towards right, else we move our right towards the left. All right, now we just have to return our largest integer, which is lesser than or equal to the square root, so which is always the right. So we can just return the right at the end. So basically, when the loop ends, right will hold the largest integer whose square is lesser than or equal to x, right? So we just return our right. Let's go ahead and run our test cases. Okay. Right, looks like all the test cases have passed. Now let's quickly take a look at our time complexity for our code. Since we're using a binary search algorithm and we're dividing the range in half at every step, the time complexity for this is going to be big O of log x, which is very efficient. We are only using a few variables like left and right and mid, so our space complexity is O of 1, basically constant space. So you have mastered the square root problem now. If you have any questions, if you found this video helpful, drop them in the comments. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for notifications. See you in the next one.